Hey Bills Mafia, before we dive into today's huge news, do me a quick favor. Smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss an update on your Buffalo Bills. This team is always working to improve and make those championship dreams a reality, and today's announcement proves it once again. Let's talk about the latest move from General Manager Brandon Beane that has Bills fans buzzing. Brandon Beane, take a bow. The Bills GM continues to showcase his ability to work magic with the team's cap space and his latest move, locking down cornerback Christian Benford to a 4-year, $76 million extension. This was one of the biggest priorities for Buffalo this offseason, and Beane got it done in a way that benefits both the team and the player. With an average annual value, AAV, of $19 million, Benford's new deal is tied with Jalen Johnson for the 13th highest among cornerbacks in the league. If you compare that to Spotrac's initial projection, $89.01 million with a $22.25 million AAV. It's clear the Bills got a bargain. Benford has been an absolute steal since entering this league as a 6th-round pick. Last season, he recorded an 82.8 coverage grade according to PFF and allowed just an 86.6 passer rating when targeted. That's lockdown corner stuff right there. At only 25 years old, he's still ascending. If Benford takes that next step into Pro Bowl or even All-Pro territory, this contract could look like one of the best value deals in the league. Remember, this is a guy who has already outperformed expectations and proven himself as a critical piece of Buffalo's secondary. With Tre'Davious White's departure last offseason, locking down a young, talented corner like Benford was a no-brainer. Beane did what he does best, secured a key player at a price that keeps the team's financial flexibility intact. With Benford's extension wrapped up, the next big question for the Bills is what happens with running back James Cook. The young star has been a major piece in Buffalo's offensive attack, and keeping him in a Bills uniform long-term should be the next priority. Will Beane work his magic again? We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, the Bills are preparing for the 2025 NFL Draft, and there's one name that's caught the team's attention: Georgia Tech defensive tackle Zeke Biggers. According to Syracuse.com's Ryan Talbot, the Bills have conducted Zoom interviews with Biggers, a 6'5", 321-pound defensive tackle who lives up to his name. The big man put on an athletic show at the NFL Scouting Combine, boasting a 34.5-inch vertical jump and a 9'3" broad jump. That's insane explosiveness for someone his size. Biggers is exactly the kind of space-eating defensive lineman Buffalo needs. With an arm length just shy of 35 inches, he's got the reach to disrupt plays at the line of scrimmage. One interesting note: Biggers has blocked 4 kicks over the last 3 seasons. That kind of special teams impact is rare for a defensive tackle and makes him even more valuable. Let's break it down. Strengths: massive frame that can handle double teams. Great athleticism for his size. Strong and powerful at the point of attack. Disrupts running lanes effectively. Special teams contributor, 4 blocked kicks. Weaknesses: limited pass rush ability, 0 career sacks in college. Likely a rotational player, not a 3-down starter. Biggers may not be a household name, but if the Bills miss out on top-tier defensive tackles in the first round, he could be a sneaky good day 3 selection that adds depth and toughness to Buffalo's interior defense. Josh Allen's record-breaking contract has been making waves across the NFL. And now, we've got a little behind-the-scenes insight into what went down between Allen and GM Brandon Beane after the deal was signed. Spoiler alert, it involves some expensive bourbon. In case you've been living under a rock, let's recap what went down earlier this offseason. The Buffalo Bills locked in their franchise quarterback with a jaw-dropping 6-year, $330 million extension with a massive $250 million guaranteed. That's right. Over the next 4 years, Allen is set to collect more money than any other quarterback in NFL history. Here's what his cash flow looks like. 2.5, $58 million, 2026, $55 million, $113 million total. 2027, $53 million, $166 million total. 20 to 28, $54 million, $220 million total. 2029, $52.5 million, $272.5 million total. 2030, $56.5 million, $329 million total. Even though the contract is setting records, it's actually considered a team-friendly deal. That's right. According to reports, Allen could have demanded even more, especially coming off his first NFL MVP award. But he chose a structure that helps Buffalo stay competitive. His salary cap hit in 2025 is $41.3 million, but that grows to $61.3 million. In 2026, $58.1 million in 2027, and $64.3 million in 2008. Allen himself acknowledged that he wanted to leave some flexibility for the team to build around him, saying, "I know I was kind of sitting there just like I understood the impact of getting an extension done, creating some cap space. I think we've been having a pretty good free agent run so far." This is exactly the kind of leadership you want from your franchise QB. Not only is he a lead on the field, but he's also aware of the bigger picture and how to keep the team competitive. The gift. That says thank you. Now here's where the story gets fun. You think that after signing $500 million worth of contracts with the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen would have thrown a little something Bean's way the first time around, right? Well, apparently that wasn't the case. During an interview with former Bills center and current radio announcer Eric Wood, Bean revealed that after Allen's first big contract extension in 2021, the QB didn't send a gift at all. Wood jokingly asked, "Does he send you a gift, a bottle of wine, or a bottle of bourbon after a deal like this is done?" Bean laughed and responded, "The first time? He did not. But this time? Oh, Josh made sure to correct that mistake. And let's just say he went big with his choice of gift." Allen sent Bean a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle's Family Reserve Bourbon, one of the most expensive and sought-after bourbons in the world. If you know your whiskey, you know that a bottle of Pappy can cost anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000, depending on the year and rarity. This isn't just a casual bottle of Jack Daniels, this is the good stuff. Bean appreciated the gesture, saying, "He did send me something nice this time, so I appreciate it. He sent me some Pappies, so it was good. And here's the best part, since Allen was on the West Coast and Bean was on the East Coast at the time, they celebrated together, out from a distance." Bean explained, "Allen was on the West Coast and I was on the East Coast, so he dabbled from there. And I dabbled from my house." Imagine that. Two key figures in Buffalo Bills history, sealing the biggest contract in franchise history, both enjoying a glass of top-tier bourbon thousands of miles apart. That's a pretty cool moment, Bills Mafia. So there you have it. Another savvy move from Brandon Beane, locking down a rising star in Christian Benford, while also setting his sights on improving the roster through the draft. What do you think about Benford's extension? Was it a great deal for Buffalo? And what about Zeke Biggers? Should the Bills take a chance on him later in the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get the discussion going. And hey, before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on your Buffalo Bills. More big moves could be coming, and you won't want to miss a second of the action. Go Bills!